Hey, Shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shakwat. And I'm back here with another lesson. I do hope and pray that this is edifying to the elect. All right. And Yahweh Shemel Shai Barak a thumb to you, sincere I get on walk with you, minister sincere shalom to you brothers out here pushing this truth on the highways and the byways and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. So as you see by the title, children are not exempt from judgment, as a lot of people may think. A lot of Christians, but in particular, so-called Christians, they would believe that, I'm sure. But children are not exempt from judgment. And a lot of children will be judged in this time to come. And I just have a little testimony, a little miniature testimony of what I work at a little elementary school with children currently. And this little girl in the 3rd grade, I believe, so she's about 9 years old, about 9. So she asked me a question. This actually took place yesterday. So she asked me a question. She was like, Who's Jesus? I mean, out of the blue, unprovoked, no reasoning for it. It was unprovoked, out of the blue. Who's Jesus? I'm like, what do you mean, who's Jesus? She was like, well, I don't really know about him much. I don't know about too much about him. Like, what did he do? Who is he? What did he do? I said, what? Are you sure? Like, you want me to tell you? Yeah, what did he do? I don't know much about him, blah, 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 blah. So I told her, I said, well, first off, his name's not Jesus, right? But I also told her right after that, I said, but I'm not going to tell you his real name. She was like, come on, please tell me. I said, no, I'm not going to tell you his real name, but just know it's not Jesus, all right? And I was like, I don't want to spark any, controversy. I said, I'm not going to do that. But his name's not Jesus. I'm not going to tell you your real name, but just know it's not that, And at first, she was like, yes, it is. It is Jesus. I said, no, it's not. Then she accepted it, and she was like, well, tell me. And I was like, no, I'm not going to tell you. It's going to spark controversy, but just know it's not that. But then I went on to tell her, I said, but basically, he came down into the earth. He was born, right? He was birthed like any man, like any other man, all right? His father had sex with his mother, and there he is, right? Then I went on to say he lived, preached, prophesied, and then he ended up dying for his people. And then she was like, who are his people? I said, well, they were the Israelites. His people were the Israelites. So he lived, he died for his people so they could get repentance and salvation. And then I said he rose again after 3 days. After his death, 3 days later, he rose again. And then he went back. And then, I could have told her about how he stayed for more time with his disciples before going back up to the upper realm. But I didn't say that part. But I said after that, he died, rose 3 days, and then he went back upstairs. And I said, then he went back upstairs. And she was like, oh. And then I told her, and I said, yeah. And I said, in this lifetime, in our lifetime, while me and you are still alive, I said, he's going to come back. I said, he's going to come back while we're still alive in this lifetime. He's coming back. And then she said, yeah, he is coming back. Because he's going to send you to hell. I said, hold on, what? I said, what you just say? Like, run that back. I heard exactly what you said. I just need to make sure you said that shit right. Run that back. What you say? Oh, you're going to hell. He's coming back and he's going to send you to hell. Yeah, he going, what that bitch say? What that little motherfucking demon say? I'm trying to think of how she worded it. They're going to come back, send you to hell. What else she say? I sent the voice message to a brother. I might just go back and click on it and see. Damn, I'm trying to remember. Let me see. go here. Hold on. So I could do this. My voice memo is there, but it's not, for some reason. It won't let me access it. But I forgot. But she said, he's coming to send you to hell and yada, yada, yada. She said something else. I don't remember. But alongside with he's coming to send me to hell, I said, what? And I made her repeat herself, and I was like, she stood on it. I said, whoa, okay. I said, well, first off, I said, I'm going to be good. Lord willing. That's exactly what I told her. I said, I'm going to be just fine. Lord willing, I'm going to be good when he comes back. Lord willing. And then, and she was like, no, you're not. He's going to send you to hell. No, you're not. He's going to send you to hell. Yeah. I said, okay. I said, well, I said, Lord, like I said, Lord willing, I'm going to be good. And I walked away. And she was still talking. And I'm like, well, I have to walk away. Little kids be done pissed you off. About to say, little bitch, you finna get fucking killed, bitch. That's why I want to say that little fucking bitch. But I walked away. little motherfucking kids. And this is just a lesson to show you these little fucking kids, they gonna get killed too. They gonna get judged too. Motherfucking kids, man. Bitch ass motherfucking kid. I hate these goddamn kids, man. Your ass gonna get judged as well. Yeah, you too, little fucking demon. All right, so that was the story. It was probably some details that I may have left out, out of not remembering, and I couldn't access the voice message, but nonetheless, it's all right. We're gonna get into these precepts. All right, so first I want to start by going to Deuteronomy, all right, 26 and 14, or 24, forgive me, and 16. Got the numbers mixed up. 24:16, and it reads, "The fathers, also meaning mothers, shall not be put to death for the children. Neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man or woman shall be put to death for his or her own sins." All right, own sin. So, point I'm making here is that a child can sin. All right, you have the whole age of accountability situation, but a child can be in the transgression. So like I said, she was about 8 or 9 years old. She was in the third grade. She's 8 or 9. You're conscious at that point. I know I was at that age. You're gonna get put to death. And truly, when you look at the age, since she's not far from adulthood, so your little bitch ass gonna get put to death for that shit. That's why the scriptures say every idle word shall be held accounted dead judgment. It's better for a fool to not even open his mouth. A fool is even counted as wise for not opening their mouth. Just judging yourself over everybody, including kids, just mark themselves every day, for no reason, for something so minute and small. You mark yourself for nothing every day. Men, women, and children do this shit. It's crazy work. Talk about you gonna send bitch. He gonna send your ass to hell. And it ain't no fucking spiritual place where you burning forever, bitches. It's worse. Little bitch. All right. So, yeah, man, children can sin, and they're gonna be held accountable for their own transgression, their own sin. Not just what they did in this life, but what they've done in their past lives as well. Just stacking up the rap sheet like a fucking idiot. All right. So just want to start with that precept. Now I want to go to 2 Kings 2, because I damn near put a cursive on that little hoe, but I ain't do it. But just to show you I wouldn't have been wrong, look at how Elisha reacted to children, basically trying to mock, scoff at them and things like that. Now this took place right after Elijah, got sent to the upper realm. All right, the chariot came and just grabbed Elijah up. And Elisha was like, damn, he was hurt about that, because Elijah, that was basically like a father figure to him. All right, so Elisha was hurt behind that shit. So he hurt behind that shit. Tension and emotions is high. And then these little kids come up to him and do this. 2 Kings 2:22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha which he spake. And he went up from thence to unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children. Notice this. Notice they are little children. So just like this little bitch, little children, out of the city. Hold on one moment. Everybody always be like, it's a kid. Man, fuck all that, man. Fuck you. And then all a kid is a miniature adult. Your ass gonna grow up to be a bitch. You're a bitch ass kid. You're gonna grow up and be a bitch ass adult. Fuck you. And being a child is literally the if you live a full life, being a child is like a blink in a sense of a whole lifetime. So, nigga, fuck you. All right? But anyway, motherfucker. Yeah, made me put a ER on that motherfucker. But let me see. It says that he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city. And it was funny, and it made me a little more upset because I thought the little bitch was being sincere. The little damn motherfucking demon wasn't being sincere. Little bitch. But anyway, it says, and said unto him, but I ain't gonna hold it against her. The Lord gonna fuck her up for that though. But I said, I see her the next day. Hey, yeah, you little hug, it's okay. The Lord gonna kill your ass though. I ain't gonna hold no grudge with no kid. There came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. Note to self, once again, this was right after his father figure, his teacher, his hedge, his elder, was just got sent to the upper realm by a chariot. It says, and mocked him and saith unto him, go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. They were talking about his bald head. And what did he do? And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. He was like, as Yahweh calls, say, Shalak Rayam. Shalak Rayam on their ass. All right? Yahweh Shemiel Shai Shalak Rayam, which means send evils. All right? Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Shalach Rayam, wa Harayim, all a thumb, right? That's basically what he was saying. Going into the Hebrew, Harar, if I'm not mistaken, is curse. Harayim, curses. All right. So anyway, he was putting curses upon these damn kids. And it says, them in the name of the Lord, Yahweh, in Yahweh's name. Did Yahweh get mad at Elisha for that? No. Yahweh actually instantaneously answered Elisha's curse. Because this is what happens. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 42 children of them. So it was 42 children. They tore that ass up. 42 children got put to death by them 2 she-bears because of Elisha putting the curse up on them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. All right, so there you go. So ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with putting the curse up on children and noting that children can be and will be put to death. And these are little children. Little children. It said little children. All right? So these young kids, they ain't adults, they ain't adolescents, they young kids. And look what the Lord did to them. And look what Elisha did. He put up a curse on their ass, on their little wicked demonic ass. I say kids are not exempt from judgment, man. When has the Lord ever, people, oh, it's a kid. Well, like the scriptures say, Yahweh is not a respecter of person. He's not a respecter of persons. So he won't view it like we view, oh, it's a kid. No, it's a wicked motherfucking nigga bitch. Kill that motherfucker. And, nigga went up, kill that motherfucker. That's how the Lord view it, and that's how we should be viewing it as well. All right? So I want to go to Ezekiel 9. Okay? Kids are not exempt from judgment, man. I want to start at verse 5, get straight to the point. Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after them through the city, and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So the Lord is literally commanding angels, deaf angels and things of that sort, commanding angels to put little children to death. Like I said, a little child, little children, all right, they ain't never been exempt from judgment, man. All right, little children ain't never been exempt from no judgment, now. All right, and that's the facts. All right, that's the facts of the matter. You are not exempt. You, my little motherfuckers, will be judged, especially you little fucking devils, little Edomite kids. Y'all definitely gonna get put down, bitch ass motherfuckers. But this little girl, I don't know if she was a little Edomite or not. I don't know what she is. She might be Jake. Oh, fuck knows. Oh. Like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. That bitch gonna die. But, anyway, let's go to Isaiah 13, verse 16. This is good prophecy concerning Esau and the treatment he's going to receive. But also, this will be happening here in the coming days. So it says their children also and will be happening to Israelites as well in these coming days. It says their children, in Isaiah 13 and 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be despoiled and their wives ravished, meaning raped. So your little children will be getting put to death right before your face. Yes, and that's going to happen. Your little children will be put to death before your eyes, man. Your very eyes in these coming days. Your children will be getting mollywopped, slaughtered before your very eyes. And also, let's take it a step further, like when you read 2 Kings 6, Lamentations 4, all right? People are going to actually be eating their own children. You're going to actually eat your children. It's going to even come down to the point where you kill your children and eat them. So you little motherfucking kids are not exempt from judgment. You are not exempt from judgment, man, at the end of the day. All right? It's even going to come down where parents are going to put their own children to death and eat them. That's 2 Kings 6, Lamentations 4, and probably some other precepts. There's a lot of precepts going into cannibalism, but it's probably one more concerning children in cannibalism. But that stuff is going to take place. Facts, not fiction. So children are not exempt from judgment because at the end of the day, they live past lives as full-grown adults. You're not exempt. And then they do shit in this life. There's some, fuck. I can't think of the word, but that is just simply not permissible. You can't let that shit slide. Little fucking demons, man. All right, so I want to go here to the book of Hosea 13. Let's go to Hosea 13, and this is, let's go to Hosea 13 and 16. All right, now this is basically concerning, a judgment that was coming upon our people. More judgment like this is coming upon our people here very soon. All right, when the Assyrians were besieging the northern kingdom. All right, so it says Hosea 13 and 16, Samaria shall become desolate, for she hath rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants, by the way, little babies, their infants shall be dashed in pieces. Their infants, let's read it one more time. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up. So ain't gonna be no mercy to you pregnant hoes, none of that shit. And the children that's in the womb, well, if it ain't no mercy to the bitch that's pregnant, obviously ain't no mercy to the child in that damn womb. You're fucked too. As I said, and it says infants shall be dashed in pieces. There, you are not exempt from judgment. Children, no matter how hard they're not exempt from judgment. Look at what that little girl said to me. Little cunning little bitch. Set my ass up, little cunning bitch. Thinking she being sincere. Little fucking demonic fucking bitch. All right, you kids are not exempt from judgment. And the days we're coming in, you fucked. If you ain't exempt from judgment, you fucked, man. The dumbass kids. Y'all gonna fucking die too. Like your fucking parents. Bitch ass little motherfuckers. But I want to go here to Deuteronomy 21. And we'll start at verse 18. Okay, so Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, talking about a child, when the son is a child at this point, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother. And this has nothing to do with right now, but the point as we get further down will show you. Because this wasn't the same situation, but it says, in that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. So even when you beating the shit out your kids, niggas still won't listen. Especially in this generation where you just got to kill a nigga at this point. You doing your job, nigga's just a demon. But it says, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of the city, this is our son. This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. This also goes for women, by the way. That he die, so shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So it shows you children are not exempt from judgment. And children can be wicked and demonic. Children can still be demonic and wicked. People view children just like they view women. It's just like they're all fucking angels. No, children can be wicked. They can be. And here's an account of what to do. You gotta put a kid to death at this point. You know what I'm saying? When you go here to where is that at? I think it's in Ecclesiasticus 10. Nah, it's not a Sirach. What the hell am I thinking about? It's definitely not here. I don't think it's Sirach 5. I would have remembered that. What is that? Give me a moment. Second Ezra 5. There we go. So this is Second Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and the minstrous women shall bring forth monsters. These YNs, these YBs, YN means young niggas, these YBs, young bitches, of all nations, but mainly Israel, but of all nations. Listen, bro, these kids are fucking monsters, man. So what you do with a monster, you put that motherfucker down, man. The Lord gonna kill you kids, man, you wicked ass kids. He gonna fucking kill you, man. You children are not exempt from judgment. Y'all aren't exempt from judgment because y'all could be wicked too. Y'all could say some bitch ass demonic shit too. You are not exempt from judgment. Right? So anyway, let's go back to it. So I want to go over here to the book of Numbers, chapter 31. All right, in verse 17. All right, this is concerning the Midianites. All right, different from the Medes. All right, the slaughter of Midian. Because along with many other nations, the Midians were one of the nations, which are those Elamites. They're Elamites, if I'm not mistaken. The Midians, Iran and all that shit, they're the Elamites. Not Edomites, but Elamites, all right? Or those East Indians, as you say. They were one of the many nations that were coming up against us in our exodus out of Egypt, all right? And this is what Moses commanded in the spirit of power of Yahweh. Right here, Numbers 31 and 17, commanded for us to do to the Midianites. All right, it says, now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. So keep the little girls, but if a woman has already been married, put that hoe down. She ain't no good. But if you got the little girls, keep them. So you raise them up. When they get to womanhood, you could go in unto them and pop them or give them to your son or something, But anyway, you see right here, we were commanded to kill every male among the little ones. Kill little kids. Now, for this sake, as it goes into the Maccabees and all these other precepts around the Bible, kill the men because they carry the seed. Kill the men because they carry the seed. You understand? Kill the boys because they also will eventually carry seed. And they could bring them people back. All right? Those certain individuals back. So kill them all. Right? But the point I want to make here is that the Lord even commanded us to kill little kids in war. So it shows you, y'all little motherfuckers ain't never been exempt from judgment. You children are not exempt from judgment at all, whatsoever. And you shouldn't, because y'all little motherfuckers are some demons nowadays, man. Little demonic ass fucking kids. Now look at what Samuel, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, was commanded to tell Saul. Right here. All right. We started 1. Saul's disobedience. We're only going to read to 3. 1 Samuel 15:1. Samuel said unto Saul, Yahweh sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel. The Amalekites, those are your small hats today, your tiny tops, the chief tribe of Edom. Because they were coming up to us when we were leaving Egypt. All right, they were actually the first to come attack us. Actually, the first, and they were so pussied out, pussified, that they were attacking the most feeble among us in the back of the pack. They whole ass, and wouldn't even come to the front where the warriors was. You bitch ass niggas, you. But it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling. All right, now that suckling part also goes back to little children, but it also goes into pregnant women. So fucking destroy them hoes too. And destroy infants, little children. Destroy them little motherfuckers. Oxen, sheep, camel, and ass. Now we know Saul ended up leaving some of the sheeple, some sheep alive and all that shit. Some of their cattle. They left some cattle alive, right? And then he left the king alive, which is off. So I say Saul's disobedience is wicked. That's why he got put to death for it. And well, before that, he bugged out. He was bugging out for a while, and then eventually he killed himself in war. When he was warring with the, I don't know if it was the Hamites he was warring with, one of them Hamites. I don't know if it was the Canaanites or something, but he was going to war with some Hamites. All right, and I don't remember, it may have been the Canaanites, but I know it was some form of goddamn Ham. But he killed himself at war. He fell upon his own sword. Look at that bitch out there. What does that get? But anyway, he was commanded. The spirit and power of Yahweh put the spirit on his prophet Samuel to command Saul to even kill little children. So like I said, and I know this part specifically is talking about heathens, but we already read parts talking about Israelites. Listen, children ain't never been exempt from judgment. When the Philistines, I think that was who it was, the Philistines. When you read early in this 1 Samuel, actually, I think it's in 1 Samuel where this was mentioned. Early in 1 Samuel. When the Lord plagued them niggas with hemorrhoids, nigga, do you think the kids wasn't plagued with hemorrhoids too? The Lord got the kids too. You kids ain't never been exempt from judgment. All right, when we were getting besieged, 70 AD, all this stuff, kids weren't getting exempt from judgment. When Esau had us in hardcore bondage in this empire, playing hot potato with our little infants, our kids weren't exempt from judgment. So when the fuck have children ever been exempt from judgment? That's never been the case. So you children are not exempt from judgment. Y'all gonna fucking suffer too, man. Your little ass 8, motherfucker. That shit gonna be crazy. Revelation 11 and 13, and I want to end off with one more after this. It's a prophecy concerning America, so we're getting straight to the nitty gritty. Revelation 11 and 13, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, And the 10th part of the city fell. We explained it a lot, but that's not the point today, so I'm not going into it. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. So the point is, America, there will be slain of men 7,000, meaning a completion. Number 7 goes back into completion. All right. The slaying of men is 7,000. 7 thou, which means completion because of the number 7. Completion. So if America's going to be completely destroyed, everybody in America will die. Everybody in America will die. All the elements, which you are made up of elements, will melt with fervent heat. Are there not children in America? So that means children are going to die too. Children ain't never been exempt from judgment, man. When the Lord was going and smiting the firstborn of Egypt, you think he was only getting the adults who were the firstborns? No, he was killing the kids too. Children ain't never been exempt from judgment, man. Never been exempt. What Yahweh Shai tell them 2 women when he was about to get crucified? Oh, don't mourn for me, mourn for yourselves. Nigga, and woe to those who give suck in those days. Pray that your flight not be in the winter, and don't get suck in them days, cause your ass gonna be grass, goddamn. Your children ain't never been exempt from judgment, and it ain't starting today. It ain't now all of a sudden the Lord just gonna exempt children from judgment. No, you motherfucking kids gonna die with your wicked ass, man. You wicked ass fucking kids. All right. So I want to end with this. And this is one of many. This is Acts 10:34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that God, Yahweh, the Most High, is no respecter of persons. He's no respecter of persons. All right? None. He's not a respecter of persons. When you go to Ephesians 6, let's go there. Say the same thing. Ephesians 6. In verse 9, and ye masters do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven. Neither is there respect of persons with him. So once again, and I think it's another precept that said too, but Yahweh is not a respecter of persons. So, because he's a kid, nah, that shit don't matter, nigga. Your ass gonna die, nigga. Little ass gonna die. Bitch ass nigga. Your ass gonna die. Here you got righteous children. Jeremiah was a prophet at like fucking 8 years old. You got righteous children. So ain't no wicked ones. There's righteous ones, but ain't no wicked ones. Nigga, these wicked little kids gonna get put down, man. Thus saith the Lord. And fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Die, nigga. Little wicked ass kids, man. So anyway, I do hope and pray that this was edifying to the elect. I would like to close this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Babal, Kwame Yasharala Gadol Ibadium, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar Wahabatham. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom.